Hi, Taurus. This is Just with your November mid-month 2016 reading. I hope you guys are having an enjoyable day so far. So, Taurus, I'm not going to lie, there is definitely some heaviness at the very beginning, like this week, because we have, I believe it's, give me the lion, Jupiter and, what is it? Jupiter, Pluto square, I think. So go to your most trusted astrologer. There's a bunch of them right here on YouTube, and see what they're saying about this week in particular, because it's going to be quite an impactful week, it seems, for some of you. Now, I feel like there is, like, you were on this good clip of like saying la 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 la, feeling good about life and everything like that, and you even was excited of like, you was excited. Some of you could have just found money. Somebody could have just randomly gave you something. It could have been a pay it forward moment for you and you were the recipient. But there could have been just a moment of you getting exactly something that you really wasn't expecting and being very happy. So people have been giving you stuff. You've been the recipient of a lot of things, and it's not even your birthday. But I feel like internally there's a lot of shifts and I keep listen. I told you guys before, I've been saying this, I think now for a couple of months. I'm going to continue to say it until I actually start to see the Tower, Death card, and actual changes happening. But for right now, again, like I just said in the last video, we're going to be experiencing a lot of the same, sifting through this old energy until it's time for everything to kind of start shifting new. So I feel like there is a lot of internal changes that you guys are experiencing. Some of you have changed your belief system. Some of you have changed the ways that you believe about things, period. Like, you're like, listen, I don't have that same belief anymore. I'm not, some of you may be feeling like, I'm not Jehovah's Witness. Let's just say as an example, I no longer believe a religious way of belief, as an example. Okay. And you may now take on an alternative practice for yourself, okay? Others of you may feel like, you know what? I don't feel like this company is for me anymore. I don't want to work at a company. I want to do my own thing. I know I've been saying that, but there's this, you know what? I'm gonna do oils and lotions, shampoos, hair products. I'm going to open my own bar. But I feel like it'd be more holistic. It's definitely going to be something that's more organic. You guys are preparing, or at least psychologically, right? Because Aries is in your subconscious. So there is that Uranus already in the 12th house, right? So you guys are psychologically preparing for when Uranus, comes into your sign, which will, again, make a lot of things change as far as being more holistic, again, even belief systems, because I feel like, of course, Sagittarius in the 9th house is mainly about a lot of beliefs and religious beliefs, but I feel like Taurus is very much has a lot of strong belief systems as well, obviously with you guys representing the Hierophant. So some of you, through this period of your Uranus transit, but particularly now it's happening internal, so you're feeling it, you're thinking it, you may be dreaming it, but you're not necessarily speaking it to everyone. You haven't announced it yet, that sort of thing. And some of you may be working behind the scenes to, again, get something started, as far as like, you may want to start something with children. You may want to be a crisis counselor, that sort of thing, work for people that has some type of viruses. You may be wanting to work with hospice, that sort of thing. But some way about the way that you used to do things is radically changing. Okay. But you're getting the feeling rather than actually speaking it to people, or even at this moment taking the steps. It's more of you just getting the understanding, that feeling, that passion that's starting to become a little bit more clearer for you guys. And I feel like there is this understanding, and then going within, still trying to consult with yourself to find out, is this right? Does this make sense? Because you guys have to sit with something for a little while before you decide to act and just jump out there. Okay. Now, I'm going to say this. If there's anything that you're not sure about, that you feel someone is hiding, dead that situation and move on. You know what I mean? If you are feeling like, you know what, something, I've smelled a dirty rat. Like some of you are smelling a dirty rat. Something is not. Something is not. But you can't 100% put your finger on it. Oh, you're going to find out. But you can't put 100% your finger on it. Okay? Or it could be... Okay, I'm going to get into that in a minute. That situation, leave that situation alone. And I don't have the death card, so it's not like it's happening. It's your free will. Okay? But I'm expressing what the advice is. To leave that situation alone. End it. End the situation and move on. It won't be without a heavy heart, obviously, because this person means something to you. But yeah, you need to just leave that situation alone. Now, and I'm not talking about love. I'm talking about anything. It could be a situation. It doesn't have to be a physical person. But if it's something that you can't figure out and this thing has just been there's been a burden on you because you can't figure it out, let it go, table that and just move on to something else. Okay. Because I feel like, yeah, in your everyday life, a lot of you guys are communicating, you're happy, you're excited. A lot of things are coming your way. Small things, not huge things, but internally there's something that you need to deal with. Like you guys need to deal with something and you're not dealing with it. I feel like some of you could be dealing with someone that you know. So it could be a girlfriend, could be a daughter, could be a sister, a mother, that sort of thing. That is going through, has some type of, I'm feeling like a health situation going on with them. They can have a situation and they've told you that, or they are going to tell you that they just found out that something's wrong with them. They may not have, the money to take care of it, or they may not have the resources to, fight whatever situation this is, or they don't know how long it'll take before things take a toll on them, but there is definitely, and I feel like for some of you it's in your home, it's like at your home, like there's some issues, and I've been saying this, there's some issues at home, particularly with a water sign. So Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer is what I'm getting. And I feel like this person could have kept this burden for quite some time. Like they have kept this thing under wraps for a long time. And this thing has been burdening, my goodness, burdening them for quite some time. And now it's settled. It's over. It's done with. They know now it's out. They've even told you, or you may be yet to hear it, like you're going to hear it before this month is out, before this year is out, actually, is what I also heard. So before this year is out, okay? And this person may eventually, so if the person is staying with you, because I'm always going back to Tauruses and they have in this place, because I keep always getting that strong. I don't know why. This person might be leaving, okay? But they might be at this point where they haven't even told you that they're leaving. But I told you before, you guys is renting property and stuff. I told you that somebody's getting ready to leave, but I told you it wasn't going to happen then. But somebody's getting ready to leave. I feel like this person, you may be hearing that they are going to leave, okay? But they don't know if they can make it on their own. So you may be dealing with that. Like the person is stressed out because they don't know if they can make it on their own. They may have had to leave a job, that sort of thing. And now they don't know if they have the money to pay the rent, that sort of thing. Okay. And I feel like whatever the situation now, that's one thing. Okay. So others of you, it could be, again, I feel like this is external. So you guys have external people, like you guys are trying to grow and change internally. And then you have external people, with their own situations that's affecting you as well, because these people you care about. Now, crosswatchers, be careful. This is not your video. Unless you have Taurus in you, this is not your video. And so this is not Taurus Crosswatchers mid-November 2016 reading. That's not what this title says. It's Taurus. So if you're a crosswatcher and you have something to rebut as far as them being an upstanding person, leave it in your own comments. That means create your own page and put it in your own comments, because you don't need to put it in my comments, because I don't need to hear that, because that has nothing to do with anything. This is a public general reading for them. So I'm speaking for them. Okay. So I'm getting off the soapbox. But I'm just going to say for you cross watches, because I don't need to hear that Taurus is this, Taurus is that. That's your own individual experience with that particular Taurus. You cannot brush stroke all Tauruses to be good or bad, because you wouldn't want anyone to do that to you now, would you? Okay, moving right along. So that being said, I feel like there is some heaviness, okay? There's some heaviness going on, okay? So it's like bad before it gets better, all right? I'm not, like I said, this Jupiter and I want to say Saturn. But Jupiter's in Libra, so that's a trine. Jupiter, Pluto, excuse me. Jupiter-Pluto square is not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy this coming week, okay? I feel like things are going to be revealed. People are going to just, whatever you didn't know, things are going to starting to come into light, into focus. I don't see like this crazy moment, if you guys are thinking that. Is it going to be like everything's going to go to crap? No. I feel like these are going to be very heavy things that's being put on you, which is going to take you out of alignment for a little bit, okay? But again, I feel like as we get into the next year, because I feel like for you guys, a lot of you guys are going to be into the next year, you're going to be like, you're going to say, you know what, this is my time. It's coming, God. Like, that's your last couple of cards, it's coming. So for some of you, it will be at the end of November that you're going to say, it's my time. That's it. It's my time. Some of you are moving. Some of you are planning a move. So it's not like, okay, I'm just jumping out the window right now. No, you're planning a move. Okay. Some of you are planning to change your entire everything, start a business, something new that has, again, like I kept telling you, making you have that feeling inside. It's going to start to come to pass. Okay. Very soon. Okay. So I feel like I wanted to say something else, but I didn't want to forget that point. Okay. But I wanted to say something else. I feel like now what is definitely happening is that there's going to be you feeling weighed down. You may be feeling weighed down, but that's what I wanted to say. You guys may be feeling weighed down by your responsibility. There could be somebody else's responsibility that you're taking on. You may have your grandkids. You may have someone else's kids. You may be watching someone's, elderly grandparent, that sort of thing, or parent. But there's some type of responsibility. It's either somebody else's burden that's burdening you, or someone's responsibility that's burdening you. Okay. But I feel like you guys it's all going to work out. So just this first week, and it could be starting like right now. Okay. And I'm doing this recording on Thursday. So you guys will already be feeling that like heaviness and that disruption from other people, a certain circumstance or situation. But it's all gonna, like, as we get further and further away from this Jupiter-Pluto square, things are gonna be fine. Okay, things are gonna be fine. Now, as it relates to love, because I don't want to go any further than this. As it relates to love, I feel like you guys are embarking on a new opportunity, new journey, something with someone that's new, that could be a lot younger than you, that excites you, that sort of thing. And you're like, damn it, I don't care that he didn't present a ring. I don't care that he hasn't even talked to me about, let's build a house together. I'm not going through the same steps that I went through previous. I'm doing something different. Oh, you guys can get ready for that too. This whole, I'm a Taurus and I do it this way and I have all these steps, that's getting ready to change too once Uranus gets into your sign. But I feel like you guys are at this point where not that you just want to have fun, but you're feeling like, you know what, I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to do something a little bit different. Okay. Because I feel like you guys are no longer necessarily relying on other people. That's the key to real freedom. Okay. Is that your heart, your financial security, all those things is not necessarily determined by others. Okay. And you're getting away from that belief system. So I feel like that's more of the belief systems, that you guys are not back in that antiquated time of like, he pays the bills and I stay at home. No, you guys are like, no, I'm going to, make sure that I have everything I'm supposed to have. If that's not the case, then it's something specific to you. Okay. So with the love life, I feel like you walked away possibly from a fire sign. It doesn't have to be a fire sign, but someone that was very much passionate, someone that, kind of couldn't keep his eye from from other, people, that sort of thing. Taurus men, I feel like, some of you are really focusing on work and moving forward in that way. I feel like with women, there could be more of an opportunity where someone has come in your life, or it could be, again, just family, children, that sort of thing. But there's something in your life that's making you excited and making you feel like, this makes me feel good. I like this sort of thing. But deep down inside, you're still trying to get over the hangups of not being loved, not having love, that sort of thing. And you may be saying to yourself, you may be finding yourself that you're being a little too harsh on you, what you expect, others, that sort of thing. And there may be a period in time where you're just sitting around waiting, like, am I ever going to love again? And that may stress you out. But the best thing that you can do is just walk away from it. Let it go. Leave it alone. Follow this passion and this inner spiritual development that you're going through. Because, again, like I said, toward the end of the November going into December, some of you, top of January, there's going to be you taking life in your own hands and starting to move in a specific direction. So you're almost there, Taurus. Okay. And if you get away from this toxic past and not cling to it, not cleave to it, not obsess over it. And I mean, that's anything. That means a person, that means lack of having a person, that means, anything that you have, you feel as a vice, that type of thing. You get away from that, you're going to reclaim a happiness that you haven't felt in a very, very long time. So that's what I have for you guys for the remainder of November. If you can relate and this resonates and you'd like to share, leave a comment below. We'd love to hear from you. And if you're new to this channel, welcome and subscribe, because I will be back very soon with another one. Take care, Taurus.